Hey folks, Michael here playing Nancy Drew and the Legend of the Crystal Skull. I need to solve some puzzles. Time will tell. Okay, so basically you just want to read this and get the numbers. So midday, which is 12, 3, and then 2 hours past that is 5. You go through the stories and get a bunch of numbers. And you want to input those numbers here on the fancy, whatever you call it, grandfather clock. 12, 3, 5, 8, 2, and 11. Alright, that was part 1. Okay, part 2. 12, 7, 10, and then 3, 2, and 1. Basically, I went through the story and wrote down all the numbers on a piece of paper off screen because I figured it would be super boring if this video was me flipping back and forth between the story and the puzzle. 12, 8, 10, and 4. Is that 4? 4 in Roman numerals is IV, not I. That's just silliness right there. 9 and 11. Okay, time will tell. Okay, I'm on a roll. Okay, so I did time will tell and the history of the teeth. Let's do the librarian's tale. A great keeper of books, it's true am I. Many a reader through me can spy. I take a look at the cards that keep track of every book. The title's the thing, edition's the hook. Blah 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 book. Okay. The library card catalog is right here. Okay, Cat's Eye is 10. Let me see. Eye Candy is 4. Hey, Bill Kessler. I didn't know he wrote books. Fake Eyes is 511. Blind Eye 6.
The Librarian's Tale. Something Bruno wrote in that Tired Eyes book mentioned the librarian's eye.
So basically, you want to go through all of these things and find the ones which deal with eyes. Okay, here's one, 401. Prudence Rutherford. Oh, Prudence Rutherford! Let me see. Okay, so what do I do now? When you add up all of those numbers, addition's the hook, you get 1540. 1540. So I have to put 1540 in somewhere. Where, though? Here?
Here we go. A Librarian's Tale.
Okay, yeah, here. That makes sense. 1540. And we get another eye. Awesome. Okay, so we are just zooming through this book of clues. I think the first time I played this game, I don't know, it took me like 6 videos to get through all those puzzles I just solved. Steps in the right direction. Ooh, that's a difficult one. Let's do this one. The keys. Yes, the statues. You want the statue to look like this. Okay, you guys know the statue, right? Not this statue. This statue! And we can get the feathers to grow or to shrink by pressing on these little statues in the proper order. Okay, so I think it's 3, 3, 2. 114. 332114. All right, there we go. Oh, this is where Bruno was buried. Oh. I thought he was buried somewhere else. Okay, so we get the key. And each one of these things has an eyeball. There are a lot of crazy designs on these glass eyeballs. Or, not glass eyeballs. Yeah, wait, those are glass eyeballs. I remember there was a kid at my high school who had a glass eye. And he had one of his eyes had the school logo printed on it. It didn't look like a real eye, it was just the school logo. It was so freaky looking. Because you'd be looking at this kid, and one eye was normal, and the other was the school logo. It was just kind of freaky. But hey, if you've got a glass eye, you might as well have some fun with it. Okay, what next? What next? Where's that book? Here's that book. Okay, time will tell, librarian's tale, steps in the right direction. Oh, I need to do steps in the right directions, and pirates and nautical nonsense. The nautical nonsense. Okay, this is once you have all 25 glass eyes. Okay, that's just when you have all 25 glass eyes. I guess I should get started in steps in the right direction. Start where Charlie Wicker sleeps. I need the shovel. See, it says you need his shovel. So let's get that shovel.
This shovel with a weird handle. Do you think I could borrow it? Dr. Bolay took great interest in that shovel. Don't know why. Never used it. Just like to see it hanging there. Me, I use it to dig up roots. You mean like tree roots? No, I mean roots like tannis, black cohosh, valerian. Roots that in the right hands are very special, very powerful. However, right now I need mushrooms. I was hoping to get them picked tonight, but from the looks of all this potting I still have to do.
It looks like you haven't done any work with your potting. You just stand around all day, not even touching those plants. I'm on to you, Renee. I've figured out your little plan.
I'd be happy to pick them for you. Wow, what a generous offer. All right, then. I need 5 painted conchs. They're mushrooms that have got a short, fat stem and a large bell-shaped cap covered with big red dots. You might find 1 or 2 here in the garden, but you'll have better luck in the boggy part of the cemetery. You get me 5, no more, no less, and I'll let you borrow that shovel. Deal. You can put them in this bag. How else may I be of service to you? I understand that Dr. Bolay had some interesting pets, like an iguana. That man never met a creature he didn't like. He'd train them to do all kinds of silly tricks, then let them run free, inside the house as well as out.
Born free.
Do you know how he went about training them? I surely do not. Don't get me wrong. I liked Dr. Bolay, I truly did. I swear, sometimes his activities made as much sense to me as bathing in a bayou full of gators. Did Dr. Bolay ever say anything to you about a crystal skull? He may have referred to it as the Whisperer. No, he never so much as mentioned a crystal skull, whispering or otherwise. Were you in the house when Dr. Bolay passed away? I was indeed. I was in the library cleaning when all of a sudden I heard a big thump. I hurried out to investigate, and sure enough, there was Dr. Bolay lying by the front door. And as I rushed over to him, the door opened, and in walked Gilbert Buford. He took one look at Dr. Bolay and hollered at me to call 911. So I ran back into the library and did just that. But when I came back out, Gilbert was leaning over Dr. Bolay, listening for breathing, I suppose. And then he started pushing up and down on his chest. It was too late. Could not have told that Dr. Bowlady was gone. How was it that Gilbert was able to just walk right in like that? As you yourself discovered, people around here seldom lock their front doors during the day. But you know, in the back of my mind, I have always wondered about Gilbert Buford showing up at the door at that exact moment. I'd better get going. Take care, hon.
Interesting. We are going to meet Dr. Buford later on in this video game, but not quite yet.